winning in life, getting the passive income you reserve, and getting the lifestyle that you deserve, click on the link below. Get free access to my live masterclass. I'm going to show you step by step exactly what you need to do to start earning money in the real estate game. I'll see you on the inside. Click on the link. Let's go. Hey.
Brand new. Matter of fact, I just found my first renter last Thursday after sweating a whole bunch of bullets on a house that I closed on the end of April. And I guess I'll say I joined this group because, Tony has helped me get started and go on the way. And my ambition is to start a real estate business, not just buy houses. And my goal is to be able to retire early. So I love the term mailbox money. I've never heard that before. I think I heard you say that a couple of times, Tony. So yeah, that's my goal. I want a whole bunch of mailbox money. I want the mailbox full. Cause this work thing is not, I don't see myself going another 25 years or so, which is when I officially would retire. So yeah, nice to meet everyone. I guess I'll just be listening because all I got is newbie stuff to contribute. Newbie mistakes.
I'm so proud of you because you came into the game and you talked about what you were going to get, came in, saw it, and you conquered it. You got your new project, you finished it, and you got a renter. So that's huge. So congratulations on that. New
Thanks.
On the way.
Yes, I even have to go find the mailbox. UPS. Yes.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? YouTube, live, Instagram. Oh, I need to turn on Instagram. Facebook. We're going to be going live all over the place. I'm excited tonight. Welcome back to another Thursday night live stream where we show you how to get your first rental property within the next 90 days. Not 30, not 60, within the next 90 or less. Things can happen. You can get it in less time when you got the right coach. So make sure you're following us on YouTube. We got to start pushing heavy with YouTube and getting more and more. I mean, this has been one of our biggest weeks here with the program. We've been helping tons of people across the country learn how to finally start investing properly in the real estate game. And we got a great show lined up tonight. I have a super rock star in the house that I see him in there. What's up, Jordan? I see Jordan in there. I see Big Young in there. I see some Laura in there. See a couple of you guys in there. Man, he got on the baseball shirt too, man. He's ready to knock it out the park tonight. He's ready. He's ready. We got Jordan in the house. That's going to be dropping a lot of just fundamentals that you need to know going into real estate. Now, he started out in wholesaling, and he's branched off, and he's leveled up. Now he's doing rehabs. I was speaking to him today. He's like, his goal is to do 10 rehabs, and he's been doing these back to back to back to back. And he's figured out a way to leverage his resources, and he's doing this and making a huge impact in not just communities, but on the people around as well. And that's one of the things that when you understand a system, which is so important in real estate, and how to implement that system and how to take advantage of it when you have it, you're going to be a rock star. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. You just keep hitting it. You just keep swinging, and things are going to start happening for you. And I really highly respect him. He's been doing his thing. I mean, just following him over the years, and it's like every time I talk to him, I'm really impressed with what he's doing. So he's going to be coming on here tonight, sharing some of the strategies that he used right now to basically do this business full time. And some of you guys are trying to get into the business full time. You're like, damn, I'm tired of picking up boxes at UPS. I'm tired of being a cashier. I was just on the phone with a guy. He's a courier. I'm tired of doing it. I want to do something full time. I was talking to a new member. She used to sell life insurance. And I was like, man, I used to sell life insurance, but I was so sad selling it. It had no joy in it for me. Selling death all the time. You know, people dying and having to have that insurance, and you're talking to people on fixed incomes, and you want to work with them, but you're not able to work with them. Health is going out, is giving out on them. And you're like, hey, you need this life insurance. You need this life insurance. And it was such a depressing business. I told her, and she was relating to me because she was like, you're talking about death all the time, and, you know, chargebacks, and it's hustle. It's hustle and grind. Like, when are you going to stop the hustle and grind and basically do something that you enjoy doing? Now, in anything that you do, you're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to put in the effort. You're going to have to put in the grind time. But eventually, you need to be working toward a way that you can get some real freedom, some real options in your life. Like, if you want to roll out of the bed at 12 o'clock, you can do that. You want to start creating new options for your life. And that's what this whole system is about, helping you start to create new options in your life and build wealth in the real estate game so that you can do the things you really enjoy and leverage yourself. Because we all know that 90%, 95% of the billionaires invest in real estate in some form or fashion. Why don't you have any? Why aren't you learning a new skill set? I was reading something the other day, like the average CEO has to learn at least 13 things just to stay relevant in the marketplace. Why do you think you're any different? Don't you have to figure out a different way, a new strategy that's working right now to succeed in the real estate game? That is a YES. And that's why we do this every week. So make sure, if you're already a member, we have these events Tuesday and Thursday each week where you can tap in with us. You can hear from other members. And then we have our members only training on Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like, in these meetings, you can basically bring a deal, right? You can bring a deal in, say, hey, Tony, I got this deal. I want you to check it out. I want to see if it's hot or not. And we'll look at it. Last week, we had a gentleman that was on the phone with us. He does wholesale down in Florida. He was like, Tony, is this a deal? We looked at it, gave him a play. He got it under contract before the mastermind ended. He had a contract for 15 grand, because he invested in himself. And we didn't have to nudge him, and we didn't have to, like, go to his house and wait for him outside or jump out the bushes. Boom, a real estate program. No. He knew that he needed to learn from someone that knew how the thing worked, how the system worked, how the program worked, how the plan worked. And he's dominating now. He's like on his fourth contract now. I was speaking with someone the other day. She came to me and said she had 14 contracts, 0 closings. I was like, whoa. Time out, right? Time out. Let's see what you're doing. Let's see what you're putting out there. So we got together. We looked at what she was doing, and we realized the numbers she was putting out just wasn't making sense. So we looked at the numbers clearer. We got some good comps to work with. We rearranged the pictures. We rearranged the description a bit. We changed the subject line. And we changed the marketing strategy a little bit. Sent it out, and she sent me a text today saying, boom, Tony, I have investors fighting over my deals now. This is a win. That's what she told me. Just from having a meeting and critiquing a couple of things, now she's able to win in the game of real estate. And that's what it takes. Sometimes we're going to have to move left or the right and change a few things up. But once we do that, it can have a major shift in our future. So I'm excited to work with you guys. If you're not a member yet, make sure you go to the comment section and click on the link to book a strategy call with us. That's a one-on-one call with one of our coaches here. We're going to show you everything that you need to know to start winning in the real estate game. There's no fluff on there. You may get on that call and it may change your life. You may get on that call. You may take the stuff and run with it. But the whole purpose of that call is to help you get clarity, crystal clear clarity on your goals moving forward in the real estate game to help you start winning. Somebody type winning in the comment section. Winning. All right. I see you guys over there. I see Jordan. I see Jordan over there. I see you live. Okay. Yun. Absolutely. Next time in the state. Absolutely. Man, I'm happy to have you here as well, Jordan. That's Mr. Ernest in the house. How you doing, sir? All right, we got Miss Beverly in the house. What's up? Miss Beverly is a new member, and she's about to do some amazing things in the real estate game. So I'm really excited for her. Excited to lock arms with her because in this game of building wealth, it's about relationships. Now, I got some partners. If I go out and mention their name, their face card is golden. I'm going to get in the place. I'm going to get in the building. I'm going to get the VIP. The people going to roll out the red carpet because their name is golden, right? Think about it. What's your name? Like, so if I mention your name and I'm trying to get in, will they just open the door and like, come on in? Welcome. Welcome. Or would they just slam it like, no. But I'm really excited to work with some great people and build solid relationships. She's down there in South Carolina doing it. I want you to pop in too, Ms. Beverly. So go in the comment section and click on the link to come to screen. And that's going to bring you in the screen here so we can see where you are there in South Carolina. We have Mr. Calvin Barnes in the house. Winning. Now, Calvin is a real estate agent. I think he's a broker as well. And he understands how important it is to analyze a deal because you got some sellers out there will let you just get a deal and sit on it knowing that it's not hot and they'll waste your time. So he knows the importance of us all getting together, analyzing a deal and making sure he go out there and kill it on a presentation. He go in there and getting a one-call close. Like if I go out on an appointment, I'm not going to that appointment to sit down with you and drink coffee, relax, get the numbers, and maybe I'll come back tomorrow. No, I'm coming to close the deal. Closers. Coffee is for closers. You remember that movie? Coffee is for closers, okay? Money is for closers. Money and residuals and passive income is for winners that understand the system they're willing to invest. So thank you so much, Calvin, everybody, for being in the house. Just rocking tonight. We got a great show tonight. We got our great guest that's going to be sharing with you guys his story on how, and I remember him starting out years ago. Big Yun actually worked directly with him. Big Yun's going to be in here as well. I think Yun worked with him a lot for many years as well. They worked together on many projects, and I called Jordan today. He had a team in the house working, and one of the teams that I know that's really close and dear to my heart, working with them as well. So this is going to be great. A great show tonight. So I want you to cam up. I think I see you in there, Miss Lori. Get up in the camera. I want to see you again. I want to see you. Come in the building. Pop in the building. Pop in the. I see you. I'm about to bring you up. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to see you. Looking amazing over there.
Good to be seen.
Yes. Right. Because you're out
Yes.
there. How's everything been going for you this week? How's the family doing? I know you're taking care of family over there.
Um, Everyone's doing okay.
Good. I
I'm a
love to
little
hear that.
jacked, but I'll be all right.
Hey, you in the house tonight, so you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. So
All right.
I'm happy to see you like every week. Like, what are you learning inside of the master class that we have every Wednesday? Don't we do it? Don't we show up in the master class, break the numbers down
Yes.
for you? Don't we do it?
Yes, we do it. Yes. It's amazing.
Yeah. So some people get you in programs and where you can't meet them, and people are surprised sometimes. They pop in the call and they see me. They're like, "Wow, I just saw you over there on YouTube. I just saw you over there on Instagram." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm right here. You know, right here."
Mm-hmm.
And we help you out too. We pop in there every Wednesday, work directly with you, and help you build wealth in the real estate game. That's what it's about. So,
Yes.
what are you learning in the Wednesday class? What are you learning in there?
Well, I'm learning that I need to get some, no, driving for dollars. I did that today, driving. Well, I was on my way somewhere and I
Yeah,
did some driving for dollars. I got all these, I mean, I couldn't stop because it was like kind of a highway, but
yeah.
a whole row of houses.
Are you
So,
serious?
yeah, I'm gonna have to try to find,
I'm telling you, you can make a fortune driving for dollars. Now, I remember finding a house that I got literally for free from driving for dollars, and that's a long story.
wow.
But literally, because I was putting in the effort, going out there looking, writing down the address of properties, and being open to the area because when you're in a certain area, you want to canvas the area and see what else is going on in that area and take
Mm-hmm.
advantage. And another secret is don't be afraid to go down dead end roads because a lot of people
Yes,
don't turn on those roads because they're dead end. But on those dead end roads, there's houses there. You'd be
that's
surprised what
right.
you find on a dead end road. Houses there.
That's true. I made a
So
few wrong turns and found a few things. I'm like, oh.
just like that. And then the
Mm-hmm.
good thing about it is once you gather all that information, you can bring it in and talk to a real coach that's going to help you run the numbers on that deal as
Mm-hmm.
well. Because this is about earning and learning at the speed of light. You know what I mean? Because the faster you can learn this and get the confidence, the faster you're going to start making money in this game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
So I'm
ready.
very, yeah, I'm loving it. So thank you so much for popping in here and sharing. We're gonna just stay right there with us. We're gonna probably bring you back up a little later. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, I was talking to a new member earlier today. He's a courier, and he's out in the Chi-Town, right? Like when I went to Chicago, it's a beautiful city, and I actually had a great time. I went during the summertime, and I saw the buildings going up, and went to the beach, and saw the little elevator that goes all the way up. I don't know what they were talking about Chirac. Maybe I was on the wrong side of town. Maybe that's a different side of town. I didn't see none of that. I was a beautiful city when I went. It's like I saw the buildings, the rooftops, and all that stuff. But our guy has, and Dijon, make sure you're on your camera and we can see you when we bring you up. He has a dream of getting in the real estate game and he's willing to invest in himself as well. So I want him to pop in here and just share his story because a lot of other members can relate to his story. Are you there, Dijon? How you doing? Hey
Feeling
man, you got
great.
the chains on. Yeah, you got the chains on, the hats on, man. You done switched it up on me. Yay, man. How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, just really quickly. I
yeah.
think your I think your camera's kind of going in and out. You represent the Chi-Town. That's what it is. Uh, but I want you to just really briefly just say what your goals are in the real estate because I think we have a really rough connection.
Yeah. Um my goals is to be an entrepreneur and to be more professional in real estate investing and to continue to work hard, to progress hard, to stay focused, to use my knowledge, to use my brain brainstorming skills to still progress more and get better and better and not fail. And if just keep like practicing and just making it more professional. And I want to reach that wealthy limit.
Yes. And you
Just
said it
really
right.
gang wealth.
You said it right when you did right this.
Yeah,
The mind is a terrible thing
yeah,
to waste. You got
because that's
to
how I
feed
was
it.
taught.
You got to keep feeding it every
Exactly.
day.
Yes.
You got to like brainwash
Exactly. And
yourself.
I pay attention. Yeah, and I learn from other people. Um, and when I go downtown Chicago, I go past Ri- the river walk all through there and just be like that. I want to be like them business people, even though
Yeah.
I've been seeing that since I was little. And then growing up, after a while, I'm like, now I want to be like them, like those professionals, well, but those people, and really be a great impact for my city. As I think like that every single day, even as of now,
Yeah. Well,
I
awesome.
just want to take that step forward.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the team. We're excited to have you, and let's just
So
stay locked in.
that's why I feel being a part of this business is really suitable for me. It's easy for me. It's suitable for me. It's easy for me to do, to understand, and to work with.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for hopping in there, and just stay in. Let me see what happened. Oh, stay in there. Stay in the house. We're gonna probably bring you back up a little later. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So yeah, man, we got people all across the country getting involved. They're invested in themselves, and he's a courier. And basically, he has a dream. Like we all have been to that point to where we had a dream of doing something greater than where we are. Like, do you feel like you sometimes living way under your potential? You should be doing more. I mean, I was the most stressed out when I was living under my potential, drinking the cheap alcohol, stomach hurting, headaches the next day, wasting tons of time. Relationships weren't going anywhere. Um, it's so important that you feed your mind the right stuff and start getting on the point where you want to go, going in the right trajectory in the direction that you want to go. Because if you're not, it's depressing. It's like it's like eating away at you every day, right? So that's why we have the program where we want to work with you directly, lock arms with you, and help you win in the game. So let's see here, Miss Beverly. If you can hop in the comment section and click on the link that says "Come in the green room," I want to bring you up too because I love your story as well. We got a great guest in the house tonight. He's going to be sharing with us how he did it. Now we're hearing from some of the new members here tonight, and it's very inspiring to hear someone that maybe similar to your story that start to win. And Jordan has an amazing story on how he started to win big in the real estate game. He's been like dominating. I mean, not just wholesale game. He's graduated over and doing multiple flips. I mean, matter of fact, back to back to back flip deals that he's doing. And I've been like, wow. I mean, he's like a rocket. He's going straight up, straight up. He's like a rocket, and I love his energy. He's positive, young guy that's really killing it in the game. We're going to bring him up and let him share his fundamentals. We're going to also bring up Big Yun as well because Yun also worked directly with him as well. So let's welcome our guy in the house here in a moment. But first, let's bring up Miss Beverly. She is a new member, and I love her story. Are you there, Miss Beverly? You got some light? You got your light in? She could pop in the screen. And she's been pushing the limits because at certain points in people's lives, they're just learning. And you got to constantly learn and learn and learn to get better and better and better. And I'm just so inspired when I see someone do that. And she's out in South Carolina. Welcome to the show, Miss Beverly. How you doing? How you doing? Let's go ahead and unmute you too. I think you muted over there. Let's unmute you. Unmute. Once we unmute you, okay, you're gonna have to unmute it, and then we can bring you back in. I see you on the screen. That's good, but you just got to unmute it. Should be a button somewhere in the top there. We're gonna bring you back up in a moment, but that's what it's about: trying something new, learning something new, and basically pushing yourself a bit. Now she's going to be going. She's getting close to retiring, and she want to put some things in place, and she's serious about it. This is serious business. She want to leave a legacy for her family, and it's very important. And I think everybody want to leave some type of legacy. Now, if you don't leave anything, the kids will forget about you after they've eaten the chicken and the collard greens and the beans at the funeral. They're like, oh, okay, let's go ahead over here. He was a good guy. Let's go here. But when you leave them something, you see the people that put like a big plaque behind on the wall over the mantelpiece of you. Like that was our mom. That was our father. That was them right there. You left something. You left an impact. And that's what it's about, leaving an impact on lives. And it's not just your time, it's money too. Leaving a little money. And you could be the first one to do this. You could be the first one in your family to do something amazing. You could be that one. And if you're under the sound of my voice, you're the one that's supposed to do this. And that's why it's always coming back to you and reminding you, hey, it's tapping you on the shoulder. Hey, I'm over here. When we're going to do it, it's reminding you to stay locked in. It's going to happen for you. So we're going to see, it's still muted out, Miss Beverly. You're in some light now, but you're still muted out. Oh, man.
You hear me now?
There you go. There you go. You're in the house. Looking amazing. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yes, I had to go get some professional assistance from my granddaughter. They know
She's been really there for you. She's like your tech support.
she is my tech support. Sure is.
I love it. So I'm really excited to be working directly with you and just looking forward to bigger and greater things in the future. Today we did our strategy call. We talked about getting you the funding that you need moving forward. We talked about our game plan. Just tell us a little bit about moving forward, what you're learning and what your goals are moving forward. I love your story.
Yes. Well, I'm presently near retirement, so I needed to make some long-term plans. So when I retire, I'll have something to do. I definitely sit in the real estate industry. I just never knew how to get on board. I did not want to go back to get another license. I have enough licenses under my belt, and I didn't want to pursue another license. If I had to, I would have, but if I didn't had to, then I didn't want to go down that path. So this allows me to pursue real estate without getting a license and also accomplishing my goals.
Yes, awesome, awesome. And you mentioned something that was just really, I think everybody has that want and desire to build a legacy. Tell me about that.
Yes, the Bible says that parents are to leave an inheritance to their children. And then a lot of times in our communities, we don't always have those infrastructures so that we can make that happen. Oftentimes we leave debt as opposed to assets. So real estate is one avenue that I'm going to use in order to leave a legacy in place so that I could adhere to what the scriptures require us to do as parents.
Oh, it's so honorable. I tell you, I love it. Such an honorable thing to do that because it showed like a selfless act when you leave something. It's scripture. It's scripture. You just mentioned the scripture. Leave an inheritance. Like, are you leaving debt? Are you leaving an inheritance. It's powerful. It's powerful. So, what do you get out of our strategy call today as well? I'm moving forward.
All right, looking over my notes, I learned about the various ways that an individual can invest in the real estate business. And we also went over a game plan, a 30-day, 60-day, and a 90-day game plan so that I may be successful.
100%. Well, I'm excited to hear all the new stories moving forward. To help you get some money, some deals moving forward. And we'll see you Wednesday in the members only class. So bring some deals, bring us an update, and let's continue to lock arms and roll forward. I'm excited for you.
Yes, I'm going to make it happen.
Let's go. Let's go. And if you can stay there, we're going to probably bring you back up a little later, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Wow, just an amazing story to be able to reach many across the country that's new to the real estate game, share a system that works, because not only you getting access to our huge network across the country of team players, attorneys, investors, financing and funding, you also getting around the people with the right mindset that really help you get the money to succeed and take it to the next level. So I'm excited. So up next, let's bring our guy. I mean, wow, he's been in the background. He got on his baseball shirt. We about to get crazy. We about to knock a home run out the park. Come on, man. Let's bring up our guy. He is going to show you guys how he started from wholesaling and got into flipping houses, and his goal is like do 10 of these a year. Now, he's gotten so good at wholesaling because one thing about wholesaling that it teaches you how to find hot deals, because you can analyze the deal and you could basically say, okay, if you can't get it, you could give it to an investor and still make money on that deal. So he got to the point where he was wholesaling. He did what I was doing years ago. It's like get your stack of money up and you start buying and rehabbing and all that, building your portfolio up. And he's going crazy with it. He's going berserk. Like every time I talk to him, he's on a new project. And at the same time, he's living the lifestyle that he always wanted to live. So last but not least, and we're going to bring up our guy, Big Yun, as well. He's the heavyweight, one of our financial coaches that's in the membership. You guys are going to see him on the calls. You're going to see him in the Wednesday call. He did a great job helping the members last week as well. Let's bring on our guy, Jordan. What's going on?
How's it going, guys? How's it going, Antonio?
What's up?
Hello, brother Jan.
Oh, Jordan!
We got the whole crew here.
What a surprise when I saw Jordan in the house. It's like, oh, my man. Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So definitely appreciate the big introduction. Definitely appreciate, the accolades there. And I just hope that I could drop some gems today that, could help someone that was kind of in that same mindset or in that same position that I was, 3 or 4 years ago. And, if I still kind of, you're kind of on the fence about some things, hopefully today I could clear those up. So I know Antonio just said, hey, man, I just want you to tell a little bit about your journey. So if I'm over talking, let me know. If I'm going too fast, let me know. If you guys want to stop me and ask any questions, let me know. But yeah.
Yeah, we're going to definitely open it up, because I'm going to say this, like, you're from the same little town I'm from, Valdosta, Georgia.
Valdosta, Georgia. Yes, sir.
We was over there at one of his deals, and I was like, let's go grab something to eat. And we went up the street to this place that has like the best Southern food over there. They got the fried chicken. They got the collard greens. They got the cheesy and macaroni that'll give you a heart attack, but it's so good.
It reminds me just like home.
Just like home, right? And eat it in moderation, though.
Yep.
So man, tell us about your journey. You've been into this 3 or 4 years, and tell us how you started from wholesaling in, like even before that. Like, how did you even get interested in the real estate game?
Right.
And get to this point where you are now.
Okay. Well, just to start off, so prior to real estate, just to kind of give you guys a timeline, I think I got my first wholesale deal in 2019. That was my very first wholesale deal. So first year didn't quite take it seriously, but let's rewind a little bit. Prior to real estate, I was running a marketing firm. Prior to that, I was a student at Georgia State. I have a marketing degree from Georgia State as well. But I was running a marketing firm. I've always been great at sales. I had a knack for just convincing others and, being able to get people to do what I wanted to do in a sense. So kind of always good at sales. And while I was there, I was making good money running this marketing firm, but I just had no freedom of time. I wasn't even able to enjoy the fruits of my labor, if you will. I was able to live the type of lifestyle, go to type of places, and I'm pretty much working every day of the week except Wednesday. So at this time, I'm like 27, but I feel like I'm 47. So I'm like, man,
Quick. Yeah.
I gotta find something else. And the thing that was the trigger for me, I did really good in the business while I was doing great sales, and while your sales are up, oh, you're the boss's best friend, right? Everybody loves you. As soon as you fall off a little bit, they want to jeopardize your livelihood, and we think about fire y'all, this type of stuff. So I'm like, hey man, I'm busting my ass I busted my behind way too much, and sacrificing way too much of my time, my livelihood for somebody else. I should just go put that into my, myself and start my own business. So that was the first paradigm shift, if you will, So it was like, hey, I know I could be doing something else. I have the skill sets to be doing something else. Now I just got to figure out what that something else is going to be. Right. So that was before real estate. So why I chose real estate exactly. Number one, the financial freedom aspect, right? I've come from very humble beginnings. I tell you to say we're from Valdosta. If anybody knows anything about Valdosta, it's a small little country town about 20 minutes away from the Florida border. And let's just say that a lot of people have a very, traditional closed mindset. For the most part, people work their 9-to-5 job for 30 years, 40 years, retire, and that's their life, right? There's nothing, you don't see a lot of entrepreneurship and, just even young people doing entrepreneurship for what I saw. But so I knew that I wanted to change my financial situation, right? To be able to do things and have things that I wasn't able to have when I was young, and also for my future family, right? And number two, the biggest reason why I got into the business was the lifestyle. And I think Antonio mentioned that, right? If we look both at Antonio and Jan right now, they're barely even in the States. They're barely even in America. They don't even live here anymore.
You're
So
next.
they can go wherever they want, do whatever they want, whenever they want. And guess what? They don't have to request no time off. They don't have to go and put in a 2-week notice. They don't have to, do none of that, right? So that's part of the reason why I got into the business. I wanted that, freedom. Life is about choices, right? So hey, I may not want to take a trip every single week, but if I do want to, I want to have the ability to do so, right? Me and Antonio were just talking earlier about taking a trip to Costa Rica, and hey, I don't have to worry about me going on a trip and then being broke when I come back, or me going on a trip and potentially losing my job, or whatever, because now I control my full financial situation and destiny and things like that. So that was the two main reasons that kind of turned me on about real estate. I had two other businesses that I kind of dabbled in a little bit prior to, at the time. So I left the marketing firm, and I had 3 businesses that I was trying to do. And I spoke to my mom, kind of like just had one of those heart to hearts, and she was like, "Why don't you just focus on the thing that's gonna make you the most money, and get you the furthest that you want to get at?" And that was real estate, right? So now at this point, I'm like, hey, I know I want to do real estate, and I know I want to, become a big, fix and flipper and live this type of elaborate lifestyle, but I didn't know how I was going to get there, right? So I know any big goal can be attained if you break it into smaller goals, right? Or smaller segments, right? So the big goal was, hey, become a full-time fix and flipper, right? And be able to live have financial freedom and be able to live the lifestyle I live. But right now, I'm jobless, I'm broke, and I don't know the first thing about real estate, right? So I had to figure out a way or figure out something that was going to facilitate my journey, right? So for me, that was wholesaling. So that's why I got into wholesaling, right? It's low barrier of entry, and it takes a lot of just sweat equity, right? A lot of sweat equity and grit. You just got to put in the work. And that was something I was not afraid of, was putting in the work, right? And I would just say the type of mentality that you got to have to take on wholesaling and really be successful in it, you have to really close your back door, right? So when I say close your back door, I mean, if you have a plan B, you're going to go with the plan B, right? So, like I told you, I had two other options or businesses that I could make money, but I said, no, you know what? I'm going to force myself to make money only through real estate. If I'm going to eat, it's going to be through real estate, right? So, and I said I wasn't going to do anything else, even though I did have the options to do so, right? So it kind of forced me to figure out this real estate thing, to figure out this wholesaling thing, right? And the mentality is you have to be attacking the business every single day, right? You need to be trying to talk to motivated sellers every single day, or you need to be trying to figure out and learn something new, educate yourself about the business every single day. So I knew for my first step, in a sense, as far as getting me to my real estate journey, was, hey, I'm going to have to master wholesaling, right? So I told you, 2019, I did my first deal. I was just I kind of bought a blanket kind of course or whatever, and that gave us a little bit of information, but really didn't tell me everything that I needed to know as far as with the business. So I just kind of jumped in head first, got on the phone, started calling expired listings or listings over 90 days on Zillow, and start meeting a few investors that way. And for about the first year, I was able to make money and get deals wholesaling, but I wasn't consistent with them, right? I'll have a deal, then I won't have another deal for another 3 months. Or I have a deal and I won't have another deal for another 2 months. But it wasn't enough to replace my income, right? So I needed some help. And this is where it's good to get tutelage. And you have to just go find somebody that knows the business better than you. So what I did was started working with a real estate wholesale firm here in Atlanta, and I worked with them for about a year, and that really kind of polished me off because it was just in wholesaling. That's all I was focused on was acquisitions and wholesaling, and acquisitions is basically everything that it takes to pretty much acquire the contract or acquire the deal, right? So I kind of mastered that. I realized that, hey, I know this business well enough to where I can start my own business doing the same thing. So um, I just want to point out it's very important, though. I would have been to get to the point that I am as far as mastering wholesale and being able to understand a deal, analyze a deal, negotiate with customers, had I not found outside help or tutelage, right? So during this time, also when I started acquiring deals, like I said, I mastered the wholesaling process as far as being able to get deals on a contract and find deeply discounted properties. This is where I came across Jan, and he actually happened to be my buyer for how many deals was it? Like 10, at least 10 deals I think we did, y'all.
Absolutely. At least 10 before you get to the next level that you're about to say.
Yeah, exactly. So my whole goal as a wholesaler, I was like, hey, I know this business, and I know this business when, number one, I'm able to replace my income, with that, and I'm able to start saving money. So one of the things that Jan said, well, actually, let me just back up a little bit even before Jan. But one of the main things you do is just putting yourself in position for that next level, right? So I knew that I was going to be wholesaling forever. Remember, my big goal is to be a big time fix and flipper, right? So I got the wholesaling piece down. I know the next step is for me to get to being able to fix and flip, but how am I going to do that, right? So I started researching, and now I'm looking up things about how to flip houses and what you need to do to put yourself in position. So I knew you're probably going to need to have your credit at a certain place, right? So as far as fixing my credit, guess what the wholesale business did? It facilitated that. I was able to pay off a lot of debt, right? As far as being able to save money in order to fund, a fix and flip deal, I was able to use my wholesaling to do that. As far as knowing how to analyze the deal, knowing not whether this deal is going to be good for the fix and flip, the wholesaling actually facilitated that as well. So I use all those resources to put myself in position. So this is probably about the eighth or ninth. I think this is probably about the seventh or eighth deal that now me and Jan have done, and we've been having success, with all of our deals that we're doing together. And now Jan is like, hey man, you're getting all these deals for all these other investors, and you're making all these other guys money from your deals, man. When are you gonna do? When are you gonna finally go flip your own house? And I did not want to do it. I was very, very apprehensive. I did not want to do it at all. But he kept pushing me. I think it was maybe like 3 or 4 months. Hey, John, I'm gonna get you to do your first deal. I'm gonna get you the first. That's how bad I did not. I was scared. Sometimes you guys, you're scared of success, because you never been there. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't want to take that risk. You're comfortable where you're at, and you just got to put yourself out there. So, long story short, I came across a deal that was so good. I mean, it was like I was like, bro, it's no way you're gonna lose on this deal. At worst case scenario, you're gonna make 30 grand.
Yep. Worst case scenario, and then we're gonna talk about the best case scenario.
Right. So, as far as putting myself in position, Jan helped me right with that process. So now, this is now getting into the fix and flip side, right? So this is now 2021, and I'm getting into the fix and flip side, right? So, he helps me with my first fix and flip deal as far as getting everything that I need to get, as far as those resources. And then that goes extremely well, better than what I expected, So on my very first deal, should I say how much I made or no?
$98,000.
Yes, my very first
Slam
deal.
dunk.
Dropping the microphone right there, man. Dropping the microphone, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
$98,000.
One deal.
And I've never seen that type of money in my life, not at one time. I heard about it on TV and stuff, and I'm like, I mean, not on TV, but different interviews and different, that's the thing. When you hear about a lot of these stories, you don't kind of think it's for me, right? Or you don't kind of think that like, okay, that happened for them, or they're lucky, whatever, but it's not gonna happen for me. But that happened for me, and it wasn't luck at all. It's because I've been grinding and busting my behind for the last 3 years, and this is just part of that reward, So you never know how the universe is gonna repay you. But when that happened, I had that success. I was like, okay, I guess fix and flipping is for me. I guess I can do this, right?
Right.
So that happened, and I didn't do my next deal until a year later. And here's why, guys. So I had that property. I was still I flipped that property. I was still wholesaling as well, and I started putting focus on another part of my wholesale business that was out of the state, right? So I put some more attention there, and I wasn't really focusing on getting deals here in Atlanta. So I had a long downtime as far as me be able to get that next deal. It just took a while. So next year come, I have my next deal, and I'm able to get started, and that's successful as well. So now I'm like, okay, now instead of doing wholesaling, now I'm trying to replace my income with fix and flipping, right? So in order to do that, you have to be consistent. You got to have them coming in. So pretty much I figured out what are the 4 main things. If I'm going to have a successful fix and flip business, what are the 4 main things I got to have in place at all times, pretty much to make sure that my fix and flip business is running smoothly. So those 4 things that I came up with, I decided I was like, number 1 is your lead source, right? So how are you acquiring your deals? And this doesn't have to be just deals for fix and flip. It could be deals for buy and hold as well. If you want to do the Burr method, the same, strategy has worked, but you're going to have somewhere that you're getting your deals from. So I knew that either I was going to have to step up and start sourcing my own deals, right? Which is what I do. Or either I was going to have to find somewhere else for me to get the deals from, which that's okay too, if you get them at a great, a great rate. So if you have a consistent lead source and you have that flow of leads, and it allows your business to breathe, because leads is what fuels everything. You can have the best renovation crew, you can have the best attorneys, the best realtors, but if you got no houses to fix, how you gonna make money?
Yes.
Right?
Right.
So that was what I found out. That was something very early on. I was like, hey, I'm gonna have to keep at this thing every single day. So I had to kind of go back to the drawing board when I first started wholesaling, you know. So what was that hunger that I had when I was wholesaling? I was trying to talk to somebody motivated every single day. Matter of fact, if a day went by aside from Sunday that I didn't talk about it, that I didn't talk to anybody that was motivated, I felt like I wasted that day.
Mm.
Right. So it's not like you can't just, if you're looking to really replace your income, really replace your livelihood, it's not going to be a part-time thing, guys. It's going to be every single day that you're busting your behind going out until you learn the business, until you have that place to be like Antonio online where you got so much you just teach other people how to do it.
100%, man. Man, you're killing it. Keep it going. I mean, I'm just gonna get in there really quick. Like, if you guys have any questions, drop your questions inside of the comments.
Yes,
And
please.
also,
Is there any question about anything so far?
and Mrs. Kimberly Kennedy, I see you in the house. I just sent you a invite to bring you up. She's a new member as well. Hop in here. You visited Atlanta all the way to DC as well. So it's just from the Chi-Town. It's from the Chi-Town. Somebody's got a lot of noise on their background. Mute y'all out for a second. Miss Kimberly, I just sent you an invite, or go in the comment section and click the link so I can bring you in the studio. So yeah, guys, if you guys getting some value out of this, I know I am. Drop in there value. Drop it in there, because how many other people like just doing it and winning right now is going to take the time to come in here and give you real game. But because you guys are part of a network, we're going to get our top guys out that's out there doing it right now that we know come in the game, share with you as we share with you the game that's working right now. So we're done it, doing it, and still doing it. So yeah, it's amazing. So drop a comment inside of the chat. Winning. Let's keep winning all night. Keep winning all night. Drop that in there.
Yes, sir.
Winning. There we go. Laura, I see Laura. Value. Beverly, value. There we go. Laura, winning. There we go. So keep dropping it in there. So yeah. So keep it going. I'm loving the story. So I love how you had the breaking point and how you just knew that you didn't give yourself any plan B. You were like, we just got to do this. We just got to do this. Let's dig in a little bit more.
Yep. So you kind of got to psych yourself out, man. That's the only thing that is gonna, make you, force you to do. Because I mean, let's be honest. It's not the most attractive part of the business. The marketing aspect and the deal finding. That's that's what makes the business hard. But if you can master that and find that niche, then that's what's going to separate you and catapult your success. That's the difference in me and a lot of other people, in the business, right? I know how to find the deals. So you definitely got to make yourself valuable as well. But as far as back to the fix and flip business, the 4 parts that I would just say of how I'm able to get my deals back to back. So I have an abundant lead source, right? So at any time I could just turn on the faucet and I have more leads coming through, right? The next step, so once you get the deal, you don't have to analyze the deal and all that. You're gonna have to have some way to fund the deal or finance the deal, right? So that's another piece a piece of the puzzle that you got to have, right? You're gonna use a hard money lender, private lender, your own money, whatever. And then also with that, you need to take it a step further, speak to these individuals that could potentially be the private and hard money lender and figure out what are their requirements for you to qualify, right? So that's another piece of putting yourself in position. The third piece of the puzzle is your renovation crew, which can make or break you, right? I've heard horror stories with people where they, let's say that their whole profit on the deal was 30K, but they had to spend an extra 20K on their renovation because the first crew they had didn't do right or whatever happened, and now that eats up all their profit, right? So that's definitely another big piece of the business. I say with finding a good crew or finding a good contract is almost like finding a good barber, right? So you go to a new area, you have to try a few barbers out before you get that one that that will line you up right. That's going to make you feel like $1 million, right? So that's kind of how it is with contracts. You just got to try them out, right? And obviously, there's other things that you can do to kind of forecast, how that's going to be. And then the last piece of the puzzle, the fourth part, is pretty much your in-house team. So that's your attorneys, your realtors that's going to help you sell the deal, and let's say your acquisition team or whoever else that you have working with you. So I kind of like to kind of compartmentalize, different areas of the business and kind of create a system. And that's what I've been able to do with creating a successful fix and flip business as well. So that's pretty much my business model. And yeah, guys, it is risky. You do gotta, put yourself out there. But how do you mitigate risk? How do you kind of make it less risky, right? So your ability to duplicate is your biggest indicator of success. So I'll say it one more time. Your ability to duplicate is your biggest indicator of your success, right? So if I see somebody in the business that I know has had success in the position that I want to be in, and they tell me, hey, I did A, B, C, D, E to get there, and this is the result they got, well, I'm pretty sure that if I do the same thing, I'm not special, they're not special, I'm probably going to get that same result, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of, it's not really like even taking a risk if you have that person with you, or if you have that person, a mentor, if you will, to kind of guide you along the way, or you have some type of steps in progress from somebody else that's been there before you, man. There's a lot of value in other people's mistakes, and there's a lot of value into, having a mentor. And that's what Jan has been. That's what Tony has been for me. And yeah, I think that's about it. I don't want to talk you guys' head off. I can talk about this stuff all day.
Wow.
But
Wow.
You're dropping heat, man. I'm gonna let you
Wow.
take over, Jan, and if you gotta ask us something, he dropped so much heat. Well, you did mention you turn on the faucet, and I think that's a big question that everybody have. Like, what's your lead source? What's your best way? Because wholesale has different ways. Over the years, I've used cards. We've done tech. We've done everything. What's your method of getting like the faucet open?
yeah, so my biggest method, and I think that it's like I said, it may not be the most attractive, about the business, but I think the method that you have the most control is just getting on that phone, just talking to the customer. So, we can call it cold calling. You get warm leads, with a little bit more targeted. Maybe there's like a probate lead source, right? I actually have a probate attorney that I work with and get leads from. So it's kind of like cold calling as well, but I just kind of know that these leads are going through a probate situation. But either way, I talk to them personally. And like I said, I come from a sales background. I'm great at reading people. I'm great at building relationships. And I can kind of tell right then whether or not this is going to be something that's going to turn into a deal, or this is going to be something I don't need to spend my time with. But talking on the phone is my number one way of securing deals, right? And I feel like that's what you can control the most. But like I said, you do have to educate yourself. I've taken classes and courses just for negotiation with real estate and things like that. But just mastering the phone conversations is what's going to get you to that next level in wholesaling, for me personally. And let's say even if are doing direct mail, you are doing even text blasts, or you are doing online leads, you got to get them on the phone to talk to them, right? So you can have the best lead in the world. It could be somebody that's ready to sell their house today for a 60% discount. But if you can't negotiate, or you get on the phone and you sounding stupid, or you're not credible, right? You're going to lose that deal. So that's why in the first step, I learned that in wholesaling, right? That negotiation process. So that's a big part of the puzzle. So I feel like that's my biggest way that I get deals. And obviously, I have it's other ways that I have them coming in, but for the most part, your ability to negotiate is a direct reflection of how much money you're going to make in the business.
Awesome, man. That's great stuff.
Wow.
As Kimberly Kennedy said, I'm in public right now, so much good information. I just wanted to learn more from the commentators. So you're dropping a lot of heat.
Thank you.
It's Kimberly in there. So, and Miss Ayana said she's over in the private chat because she's in the studio. She said that was her question. She wanted to know how to get the leads. Because you mentioned that, because the fundamentals of this game is if you learn how to find a deal, negotiate the deal, you're going to get the options to either sell that deal or keep it for profit.
Mm-hmm.
So negotiating is so powerful. And a lot of people, most even salespeople, they lack negotiation skills. So wholesaling can teach you to be a better negotiator,
right?
Well, with his business. So what's your strategy now? Do you like I know when I first got started, when I wanted to do renovations, I was like, I'm gonna sell 3, keep 1. How do you do? What's your threshold? Like I would say, my threshold was like, okay, if I can get it, I'll buy it. I'll either hold it for a while, and then my 4th one, I'll just keep that one, and then I'll get some more money, then I'll come back and fix that one. What's your threshold with your wholesaling game? Like,
Yeah,
what do you
so
need? Just going all out and selling them all.
Yeah, so that's actually where I'm at now. So, well, it depends on the situation and how good the deal is and the area of the deal. So, let's say I get a deal that's in Sandy Springs and I got the house for 50,000. I'm sorry, not 50,000, for 50% less of right. You're gonna find nothing for 50,000. But I'll say I have it at a 50% discount. I know it's in a good area. It's not such an old house, right? Maybe it's like a little bit newer, or maybe it's something that I might potentially like personally. That's when I'll keep it, for myself. Now I need to get more discipline where every 4 or every 3 now I'm keeping one, because here's the thing: prices are going to continue to go up, man. We might not ever see prices, even though prices are high now. In the next 2 years, we might not ever see prices this low or where they're at right now again. So you definitely need to take advantage, but I would say it's kind of like a case by case scenario, but I'm definitely gonna get more discipline on after every 3, every 4. Make sure that I'm keeping something to build that personal portfolio, because that's very important as well. Building that personal portfolio of rentals, and that's really how you reach the true kind of financial independence, because at that point your lifestyle is being paid by your investments. So that's next big goal.
Man, I love it. I love it. So right now, it seems like you're just enjoying life. You're buying the nice stuff. You're doing these different things. I mean, I'm like, my boy is going in. You're traveling. You're traveling. You're going to the best places in the city.
Yes, sir.
Wow, it's definitely changed your lifestyle. Like another
Yeah,
level.
I can't think of anything else I could be doing and have more fun doing it and make more money doing it. And have the freedom of time. So it's literally a dream come true. And if you really know it's for you, and this is something that you really want, and you put it out there to the universe, you write down your goals, you put them on paper. I can go back every year, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2018, where I write down my goals. And I've been having this in my goals. At first it was just to save 100K. Jan told me before I did my first flip, I need to save 100K. And I had to show him that I have 100K saved in the bank. And that was
Yep.
all, and that was all just made through wholesaling, right? So, but back to the goals though, you just have to really understand that, hey, you can hit it. I'm sorry, you can hit your goals and you can reach your goals. It's just a matter of small steps that you need to do to get that bigger goal. But
Yeah.
as far as the lifestyle, I think I've been to 4 different places, 4 or 5 different trips this year, almost every month now, every other month. I've never been able to travel like that before. Never been able to buy what I want. When I go out to eat, I don't think twice about what I'm going to order. I remember when I was little, mom was, well, don't order that. You can't order. You want to order the most expensive thing in the menu, or no, you can't go on this trip because we're not gonna have any money, or no, I can't buy you those shoes because they too expensive, right? So I'm
Yep.
like, well, hey, I want to be the one to tell my family yes, not taking anything away from my mom. She's done great. She sacrificed a lot for me. But like I said, it was about the choices, right? I got tired of just having enough, just to get by. Busting my behind at a job just to get by, right? So it was just time for a change, where I could have abundance. And that's something I've been speaking into my life for quite some time. And now that I'm living in abundance, man, yes, I had some nights where it was hard. I had some nights where I was on my behind. I was broke. Sometimes I had to think twice between if I want to put gas in my car, if I want to buy some food, right? So, but those nights and things are worth it for the outcome.
Wow. That's heavy. That's heavy. Yeah. I see, Big Young. That's heavy.
I need the permission to be on the mic for a second.
Go for it. Let's open it up. Go for it.
For quite a second.
Go.
I'm so proud of Jordan. I'm trying to figure it out how I'm going to describe that everything he has said in the past 40 minutes or 30 minutes when he was talking about his life, everything that he was saying. Like, I agree that once you own time, that's when you're rich. Okay, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have time, it's worthless.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I remember so many conversations that I had with Jordan. I felt like I was that football coach telling you, you can do it, you can do this, you can do that. And he
Yep.
was like, yes, yes, yes. You know, that I'm sure you guys seen not in Instagram, you know, that football player that gets on his knees and put his, you know, bandage in his eyes and has a partner in the back and keep going and going and going. When he turns around, he's already at the finish line. Well, Jordan, it's a perfect example. Everything he has said is exactly how it happened. Guys, with your marketing, with the strategy, I got deals through Jordan. Before Jordan and I became really close, was I was getting his lead via text message and email. And I know that was his system, but I would call him immediately because him and I have a relationship. I'm like, yo, Jordan, what's up with this deal? Oh yeah, you got the email blast or the text. I'm like, yeah, but so we started doing deals together and we built even stronger relationship back then. And then we start talking and talking. And exactly what I love about Jordan is he's the type of guy that he likes to listen. He'll listen to the mentor and then he'll execute on the best way. And when the first time when I told him, like, brother, you're becoming a pro on flipping contracts and wholesaling. And mind you, I come from the same school of Mr. Tony Smith. You know, he taught me the game as well, you know, on the wholesaling side. But when then, and look how the triangle goes, right? Look where we all connect each other.
That
That
is
we
true.
connect each other so well that when Tony was starting flip, because I did the same thing for Tony, he was the best. I said, Tony, same thing like I did with you, Jordan. It's like, why don't you guys do your first? Even though the Tony's being a master for many years, I told him, like, Tone, why are you leaving so much bread on the table? Same thing I told you in your first deal, Jordan. Why? Okay, you're happy making this, but why don't you make a little extra more? Mind you, I'm also a Jordan's client. You know, I'm part of his disposition team, right? And he said, Jan, but I don't have the knowledge. I'm scared about contractor. Where am I getting the money from? I was like, let me help you on this first one. Let me help you on this first one. And guys, Jordan called me for everything, but I always was there. I answered the phone. Jan, matter of fact, I had
I
to, hey
probably
guys,
annoyed you on a little bit with that one.
no. Listen, guys, anybody that's in the team that has never deal with contractors, because let me tell you guys, if you want someone very military, straight line shooter, that's Jordan. Jordan will be a mix of corporate America discipline with the Army, with the U.S. Army. So I'm like, Jordan, dealing with contractor, he's not like that. Jordan will get upset that, wait a minute, I'm here at 8 o'clock in the morning. We set up a time and they didn't show up at 8. They show up at 8:40, 8:50. I had to coach Jordan how to psychologically be able to speak with the contractors.
Right.
Because Jordan, we didn't understand what happened behind the scene. Well, Jordan now has done, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 flips. I don't know now. Now he doesn't call me to tell me, why do you think, why do my crew's band break down? They call me saying that the kids got to go to dental appointment. I was like, brother, this is just part of this world, and it doesn't work. That it does not work like we got to be here at 14:05. It doesn't work. There's a lot to that. But what I love about Jordan was his drive, his discipline, his consistent, and he did his first deal, which we agreed about a potential profit, and he tripled it. Obviously, was a great timing, great location. But the whole thing, guys, the whole thing here is that this forum, this group, this seminar is to open up your eyes to figure out if this is going to be the right fit for you. Because you could be a great wholesaler, but you might not be a flipper. You might not want to deal with that. I mean, you have to always challenge yourself. But I always say that real estate's a big tree, and you got to always put yourself in a position like, okay, what's my next move? And I'm sure Jordan in the next maybe 2, 3, 4 years might say, okay, what's my next move? I already graduated from wholesaling, rental properties, flipping. What's next? What's my next level? And guys, he has said everything. You know, I'm trying to, like, right now, to rewind what the whole story, the whole story of the whole learning curve that Jordan did. And I told him, I made a lot first, like a couple of years ago. I said, brother, whatever Antonio and I did for 10, 15 years, you're gonna learn it in a shorter time period. And that's what he did. I mean, you mentioned all your fundamentals, and that is exactly what everyone should do. And also, there's going to be some times that you're going to fail. There's going to be some obstacles. There's going to be sometimes a little rock in your shoe that you'll be like, not everything is all great. And Jordan can tell you he has made a lot of money, but there's also been times that, you know, you didn't make as much as you want to, or Jordan could share your difficulties sometimes. Not, you know, but for the most part, you get better. He said something earlier about, you know, kind of like, you know, practice makes perfection. And you mentioned it in another words, how to become a perfect flipper or real estate, you know, person in the game. So I'm very happy. And then Jordan also, guys, part of Jordan's journey, if you don't mind, if you allow me to talk about this, Jordan, but Jordan was he was, I told him, man, you're like the rookie of the year. You're going like a skyrocket. I've never done what you have done. What you have done in a year, it took me like 5 or 6 to do it. It's like, Jan, really seriously? Yes. But now it gets to a point that I wanted Jordan to, because he calls me sometimes for different advice. I mean, even sometimes you do call me for, Jan, what you think about this? What you think about that? You know, sometimes even though that you know the answer, you want to call somebody just to make sure like you're on the right path, right?
Right.
But Jordan did the next level of real estate, which is international traveling. When you travel, it open up your perception of life. And this, you implement that in your real estate game. So Jordan said, Jan, man, I've done this. I said, Jordan, it's time for you to break the ice. What do you mean? What is that? We got to stop running around the 285 race. We have to travel. You got to travel. Once Jordan traveled, I think your first trip before you came to Colombia, I think you kind of did it slowly. I think your first trip was Puerto Rico, right? I think it was like, let me go.
It was DR.
DR, right?
Yep.
So I say DR. But I had to push Jordan to travel. You know, say, no, none of that. I left Georgia to Miami. Nah, forget that. No, you need to go out. You need to go out of the country. You guys need to go out of the country and do the same thing, guys. And this is related to real estate, guys, because you have to be able to done it thanks of doing real estate, following the protocol of the Cellionaire, which I said again, I've done it as well. Jordan comes, start traveling, goes to DR, Mexico, and he comes to visit me to Colombia. And we have some great one-on-one mastermind. We have some great time together talking about real estate. You know, it's like you retreat, you come and we start talking about real estate without interruptions, you know. And I think your trip that you did here with me in Colombia, that 4 days, I think I put, you know, my thoughts and my energy and some of the, you know, strategies on your real estate that you came back to. Yeah, and then you came back to the Atlanta and you slam dunk, and you also modified that into your business module. And certainly now I'm calling Jordan, where are you at? I'm in this part of the country. I'm in Denver. I'm in over here. I'm in Miami. I'm in New York. I'm in Colombia. Now I want to go to Costa Rica. Now I'm in Mexico. Now you, like you said, when you own your time, you could be anywhere doing real estate, working real estate. And I know your next move is going to be international real estate, but we'll talk about that. But and I think we all do. But again, guys, in this group, it's phenomenal. I love it. It's inspirational. I'm so proud of Jordan. I know his background. I know where he came from. I know how he started, and the way he is right now, he's like, woo! He's like right next to Elon Musk. Like he's flying over there, right? I love when I never look at anybody as a student. I just think that I was able to help this young brother, and the way he passes, it's like the student passes the teacher. That's like a big thing for me, because when Jordan said, Jan, what do you need from me? What do you think? What's my next personal level? What should I do? I say, brother, you got to do the same thing that I'm doing. You're going to help the next generation behind us. The biggest gratitude is to have someone that you can help change your life. And you guys got something in common. We all using the same contractor, right? Same.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
Tony had Daya, and when Tony started doing some of this stuff, Daya came out to me, and I was like, "I'm gonna put you in front of Jordan." I said, "Jordan, you're gonna. This is the right person you're gonna learn from, and you got to learn not only as a real. I mean, being a realtor, you're gonna also be learning how to do construction and learning why what's going on behind the walls. Everything has a system. So what I'm trying to say is that when Jordan asked me, John, how can I contribute back to you? I said, brother, you're already doing it by, you know, by saying thank you, by sometimes getting deals to my clients, you know, and but don't if we haven't done any business in you know the past year or two, I know that you're helping other people. You're helping other people putting food on the table. You're buying materials at Home Depot. You're paying bills with tax bills. You're paying your contractors, and also you got probably, you know, young brothers and sisters that are looking at you, you know, because Mr. Jordan here is a very, you know, handsome gentleman, always dressed to impress. This brother was always sharp,
Yeah, GQ.
sharp. Yeah, he's GQ. He's the, you
Yeah.
know, and then people looking at him like, hey, sir, what you do for a living? What? I mean, at that age, I mean, you know what? And I know that Jordan will do the same thing. He will coach the next one behind you to say, hey, listen to me, dream big and work hard. That's my take on it, you know, and that's exactly. I mean, I don't know what other words to say to describe Jordan, but you know, I get chills because his first deal, you know, he was like, "Wow, Jan, I've never seen this." I'm like, "Brother, I mean, I've done it in different type of business, but not on one slam dunk." And then the next one was great, and the follow one was great. And then he calls me because I follow all your listings. I don't know. Yeah, I like in every listing you put on the market because I do get it on my on Red Thing, you know, and I see your deals on Instagram, and I hit like, and it's the same color prototype, right? The black shutter, the white print, the same system that Antonio, I told him. But I love it that you never were stubborn. You never like, well, Jan told me to go left, I'm gonna go right, I'm gonna prove him wrong. No, you actually did exactly what I told you, and you made it even better, right?
Exactly.
Because I love your design, I love your staging. I'm like, wow, I love it when you take it to the next level. It's like, man, you know, not even when I was doing it, I was doing that great. So I'm so proud. What I want to say to this group, guys, I'm very proud of Jordan because his success is my success, okay? And when he asked me again, Jan, how can I contribute back to you? It's like, nah, brother, just keep feeding, you know, spread the wealth with everybody around you and just coach the next generation behind you. Because we all have dreams. We all work corporate. Like you said, when we're doing sales, when you're doing your sales, right? That's something I was going to say. Great job, Jordan. But if there's 1 month that you don't hit your numbers, Jordan, can we talk?
Right.
Don't you guys in the chat, Tony? Don't you remember when you used to go,
Yeah.
Mr. Smith,
Yeah,
Mr. Clyde, can you come for a second? Is everything okay at home? I've noticed that your performance has dropped, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've been the #1 salesperson for the past 5 months just because I have 1 month. You know, you're telling me like you're breathing on my neck, like I'm gonna get fired. Nah, I'm not gonna play that. That's just corporate psychologically. So being your own boss, having the freedom, to get all that, you had to put a lot of time and effort and sweat. But the fact that you are a true example, right, of success, and I know you're the man of the show today, but I want to salute to you and to tell you again, and I don't know how many times I've told you in the past that I'm very happy that we work together, happy to do business with you, make money with you, okay? And the fact that you're here as a special guest, you are a super rock star, like Tony says, because you are a rock star. And I want you to motivate and be an inspiration to everybody that's here in this group, man. So again, salute to you, Jordan. I'm very proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Hey, don't forget to send me a deal once in a while, okay? I need to eat too. I need to eat too. Remember, I'm in Colombia right now, okay?
Right.
So, you know, remember, 4-1. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay, you know?
Right. Man, thank you so much, Jan. Those words mean a lot coming from you, man. And again, if nobody else has seen, you know, my journey and how far I come, you know, you definitely have. So that means a lot, bro. Appreciate it.
Wow, man.
Thanks for everything.
So dropping the mic again, you know. Big Jan comes in here and it shuts it down. That's what it's about. I mean, just really just making a big difference and seeing the elevation, like the results. So, and he said something in there that was really cool. It was like he was coachable. He didn't like go back and like, oh, do it like this way. Sometimes you get people like questioning you, like, wait a minute, I do this already. I'm just giving you. Don't question it. Just do it.
Exactly. Yep.
Coachable. And just amazing to see your story. And I just from the feedback already, I know people are like getting so much value because I'm getting a ton of value from it. And I'm going to open up the call really quick. Miss Beverly, pop back on your camera if you can really quick. Drop your questions in the comments. They've been lighting it up in the comment section as well. They've been out there, but I mean, really, that's what it's really about. Sharing a strategy that works. And that's the great thing about this. You can tap into a strategy that works. Live mastermind. You mentioned you went down to your aunt's house. You sat down. That was a mastermind. And you came back and exploded all over again.
Right.
When we do these weekly with the members, one conversation can change it. One conversation can change your whole outlook of your future with this because you're tapping in. You're tapping into something that we already have done. You proven methods that's already working, like they're working. And it's like something that I never forget is you make the difference. You're going to make the difference. You're going to always get to that road to where you feel alone, but that's really just the universe saying, how bad do you really want it? We're here for you. We can give you all the tools. How bad do you want to dig in and get this thing and make it happen? How bad you want it? He didn't have any plan B. It was like, I'm going to eat or die out here. It was no plan B involved, and they made it work. And I remember years ago, I was in a car with no heat, with no AC in the middle of a blazing hot summer. I could have went and got a regular job, but I knew that I'll be giving up my freedom. I knew it. I'd be like, dang, I won't be happy. And I had to make a decision to move forward. And I moved forward, and the universe opened that next deal that got bought. But if I would have stopped right there and went the other way, it wouldn't have led to a successful business in that particular industry. I wouldn't have been happy. So finding your happiness is also part of finding a challenge that's big enough for you to push you. Find a big challenge to find your happiness. Happiness is not always, getting into bed, curled up with your thumb in your mouth, your music playing in the background. Happiness is finding a challenge big enough to give you satisfaction and the thrill. Because a lot of people work hard, but they're still not happy. They're still poor. They still don't have freedom. Like I was working hard, but I was working for the wrong type of money, obviously, because I still was getting further and further in debt, still in the hamster wheel of time. So let's focus and lock in because a lot of great stuff been shared tonight. And I'm really inspired all over again. So. Yeah, man. So I want to thank you for hopping in here and just sharing your expertise. I'm looking forward to even bigger and greater things from you in the future. And look forward to getting with you and back over in Atlanta next couple of days, hanging out with you for a little bit.
Yes,
and
sir.
wow, it's just great stuff. So any last words you want to leave with everybody?
Yeah, just thank you guys again for the opportunity. Like I said, this is one of the things that I'm passionate about. I eat, sleep, breathe real estate, so something I'm very passionate about and can talk about anytime. And I love sharing knowledge and experience with other like-minded individuals, people that have a fire under them, for better themselves and, being a part of the business. So if anybody does want to reach out or whatever, I'll be more than happy to talk to, anybody or, got any more questions or anything or any ways I can help Antonio, Jan, or any more calls you guys need to be on, man, I'm here,
Thank you, brother. We're gonna add you. We're gonna add you inside of the WhatsApp group too. We already got people. Kimberly said, "Please send me a deal." Hey, Kimberly got some. Hey, Kimberly got some brand now. She got some brand. Hey,
okay.
So I'm gonna put you in the WhatsApp group as well. That way, because it's a lot of these members are inside of the WhatsApp group. So I'm gonna add you to the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Calvin Barnes said, "What's your cure for adversity?"
Adversity is only temporary. I mean, you can't get around it. And think about real estate for a second. I think about, the people that make a lot of money, right? High paying. Let's think about LeBron, for example. I think he's the highest paid entertainer sports entertainer player in the business, right? Either him or probably Floyd Mayweather, right? And they make stupid money, right? So you could believe that it's a lot of problems. It's a lot of adversity when they're on that court, when they're in that ring. It's probably, the amount of adversity that they have and their problems is probably 10 times as much as our problems, right? But it's almost like the more adversity that you're able to deal with or cope with, the more poop, I want to say something else, but the more poop you can eat, the more money you make, right? Even being a doctor, right? I'm pretty sure when they're doing surgery and they're trying to get those blood vessels and stuff, it's pretty difficult, right? It's probably a very stressful, high stakes, right? One wrong move and somebody's dead, right? That's a lot of adversity. But don't doctors get paid a lot of money, right? Now, not to take anything away from a mailman or a cashier, but it ain't too difficult to be a cashier. It ain't too much risk involved, right? You come in, you scan the people, stuff, and that's it, right? So there's kind of no adversity there. So there's kind of no reward or no money that you get paid. Yeah, I'm sorry, not no money, but you don't get paid a lot for that, right? So the positions that kind of have the most adversity, you get rewarded the most for those. So what I had to do was I started to shift my thinking, right? I looked at adversity as a bad thing. No, adversity is a great thing. You actually need adversity. I welcome adversity because I know when I have adversity, I'm growing. Okay, here's another obstacle for me to conquer and now grow bigger. And then, when you got that thing that's kind of hard, you got that thing that's really, you thought was just the toughest thing and you do it, it's like after you do it, it's like, well, it wasn't even really that bad as I thought. After you actually accomplish it, right? So you got to change your mentality or change the way you look at adversity. Start welcoming adversity. Understand it's a part of success. And the people that can deal with adversity the longest are the people that's going to be successful in this business or go the furthest.
Great stuff. And drop your social media handle. People are asking about that as well. And drop it in there. What's your handle on IG? They want to stalk you.
Oh, no, that's fine. Please, guys, reach out. I hope that answered the question, Calvin. I hope that was able to bring some insight there.
Man, well, great stuff tonight. Any Big Yon, you want to close out with anything? You good?
No, I'm good. Great call. Again, I have to say thank you, Jordan, for taking your time, an hour and a half of your time, almost 2 hours to be here with us. I know that you're got your time with whatever you're doing right now, but thank you again to be able to be here and share your success story and be motivational to others. That's what we're trying to do.
100%. Great stuff. So see you guys next Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're on the call. And for those that are already members, make sure you're there or live for the mastermind on Wednesday. And then Thursday night, call again at 8 o'clock. So let's keep rocking and rolling. Let's lock in. Until then, throw it up, throw it up, throw it up, throw it up. Hey. See you guys next Tuesday. Let's go. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Brand new. Matter of fact, I just found my first renter last Thursday after sweating a whole bunch of bullets on a house that I closed on the end of April. And I guess I'll say I joined this group because, Tony has helped me get started and go on the way. And my ambition is to start a real estate business, not just buy houses. And my goal is to be able to retire early. So I love the term mailbox money. I never heard that before. I think I heard you say that a couple of times, Tony. So yeah, that's my goal. I want a whole bunch of mailbox money. I want the mailbox full. Because, this work thing is not, I don't see myself going another 25 years or so, which is when I officially would retire. So yeah, nice to meet everyone. I guess I'll just be listening because all I got is newbie stuff to contribute. Newbie mistakes.
I mean, I'm so proud of you because you came into the game and you talked about what you were going to get, came in, saw it, and you conquered it. You got your new project, you fixed it, and you got it rented. So that's huge. So congratulations on that. New
Thanks.
on the way.
Yes. I even had to go find the mailbox. UPS.
Hey.
Yes.